Yeah, tell me. No, you're here.
No, you were here.
Yeah, you're here.
We ended up. Yeah.
All right, tell me what you guys remember happening.
Yo, Xander almost died again.
Yeah.
But I didn't die.
Yeah, we got you to a hospital.
Didn't bleed out in the car. So yeah, we made it through the shooting, and then
Yes.
You did.
did we?
Oh, dude, you have your cane, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
I got disabled.
Oh wait,
That's right.
was the last session?
Oh yeah, I got disabled. Right. Such a crazy sentence.
Wait, was the last session the one where it ended off with Xander being ambushed by the dude?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the worst that could happen.
Yeah, that's right. A lot
That's the
of
last
things.
session.
Yeah, a lot of things happened.
I feel
Wait,
like
I
that
only
wasn't
the
la-
last bullet point I
feel like there
have
was
1
another
year of
session after that.
downtime. We have Dr. Herbert West from Miskatonic University is now in the Sefton Asylum, criminally
I
insane.
think you said the high septon for a second. I was like,
No.
is this goddamn Skyrim right now?
The reanimation agent, a verification of dead tissue he tests on his own expedition force. Javier Munoz, the doctor who's investigating the same agent.
These are good notes. These are
Both
good
died
notes.
after discoveries were made. 2-3 decades after these doctors made the discovery, accounts of a Russian soldiers of I don't know what this Russian German soldiers they're using their dead comrades to fight them off. That was a weird one.
These are
I
great
said
notes.
Russian and German soldiers. I guess so. Russian
I do
slash
remember
German.
this being said.
Yeah, these are excellent notes. The better notes you take, the more you will be rewarded. Let me tell you. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, that was during your
1 year of downtime.
yeah, your 1 year of downtime. You actually studied.
That was not the last session. Holy
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I forgot. We picked what we were doing for that downtime.
That's right, you
We
did.
picked like a category. I
Oh,
forgot
is
what
that
I
one?
picked. I picked something crazy.
I think all of us maybe picked like to keep studying some kind of
I think I stay on
Like-
the case, or I did like
yeah.
a
Stay on
cult
the case.
something.
Oh, didn't Xander take that cross-country road trip with that nurse in the Shagan line?
Yeah, we ran away together.
You did.
and then,
Emily the nurse.
Yeah.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
a
you
name?
picked up your
Oh my
nerve.
God.
By the way, I just uploaded this. I didn't get time to put in her name yet, but this is Emily the nurse's concept art.
Oh,
Wait,
let's see it.
Hold on, I'm on Roll20. Let me
Oh, she's
Uh,
hot.
But she's got like a little bit of that crazy in there.
Yeah, you can see the crazy.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna hate me. The first thing I thought was, is that Jeremy Renner with a wig?
That's funny.
I'll do this again. I can see it, yeah. I can kind of see it.
Oh,
It could
no,
be
damn it.
Could be
I
his
don't know my
sister.
password. I never have to put in my password.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
I
remember last
do
session.
forget-
I just thought
forgot
it wasn't the
password.
last session.
I literally just have it as the most simple password. Like I think it's a roll 20 1 2 3 4 5. Because like, what information can they steal from this account?
Yeah, that's what I'll do. For
They're
the new password.
they're wired
Like,
directly to the
that's an character
NSA.
sheet, dude.
It's a mass surveillance operation.
For D&D characters and players. Nice.
What can we extract psychologically from how they play D&D?
Half this generation are retards.
these kids are depraved.
Yeah,
That's what they can extract.
we actually need to help them.
Okay, I'm in. Oh, Tyler,
Oh, there he is.
can you put her up again?
Yeah, actually, I'll do a little pop out. Here you go.
That's the third one. by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, like a nice like a little bit of crazy, but like she kind of like has your back a little bit.
Yeah, she looks a little dark.
I'm gonna put her on
A
the
little moody.
evidence board here. But yeah,
Nice.
we are gonna jump forward to our next operation here, which is gonna take place in November of 1968. But first, I think I'm gonna resolve a little scene that we sort of left off with last time, which is we first just start out, our camera is close on like a gunshot wound through
Oh,
through Xander's shoulders, his shoulder, and we just see these very nimble female hands, painted nails that are just very carefully like sewing it shut after extracting like bullet fragments. And we see Emily the nurse, and she's just like sewing your wound back up for you, and she's like, "I guess your friend wasn't too happy to see you."
Oh, no, it wasn't. He didn't have anything to do with it. I was just out for a nice stroll to clear my head. And there's just this, I don't think this town is as nice as he thought it was. There's just this feeble old lady coming back from get the hairdresser or something, and she was just on the sidewalk, and these men just came out of the alley and just started grabbing at her purse, and I being the good, good American I am, I just stepped in and just tried to help her out, and they just popped off a shot in my shoulder. God.
She's just kind of like laughing to herself. She's like, "Whatever you say, honey." She's just sewing up the last of your wounds. There's like bloodied gauze and like rags nearby. And we're going to fade out of that scene, and we're going to fade up on a wide shot of Los Angeles, just like it's like summer turning to fall, but it's still a bit hot outside, especially compared to the East Coast. Like we see maybe like scattered clouds that are just like sort of like the background here, just like casting LA in these dark shadows.
You get the typewriter text that says
yeah,
LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right across the screen. Hell yeah.
LA 1968. And we see a shot of one of the federal buildings of LA, and we see the title for this operation, this chapter, this season of the show that we're telling, and it says Gauze Law.
Gauze?
Gauze Law. No, God's Law.
God.
And we're going to pick up first with Dr. Cross.
Let's go.
Where do you think Dr. Cross is? We'll say it's a Tuesday in November of 1968. Where is he at like roughly noon?
At noon?
Yeah.
Probably getting lunch at a diner. Probably has some case files with him. Got a coffee. It's probably at a diner where he usually frequents, so the servers know his order pretty well. And yeah, just brushing up on things.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe we see like bits of Dr. Herbert West's like papers here and there, some like anatomical diagrams. What's funny to you is like Dr. West was definitely dismissed as a quack during his time, and a lot of his like medical texts and or like testimony regarding what he saw and what he experienced are in like a magazine called Spiritualist Magazine, which is like essentially like a horror, like supernatural magazine that was circulating in the UK in the 1920s. So people just thought he was like writing fiction essentially. But you know the truth that this reanimation agent, there's some truth to it. And we see the server like interrupts you. You like quickly close the book of whatever you're reading, and she's like, would you like another, or would you like the check?
I'll take the check.
We just hear that like cash register sound.
Yeah.
We see you leaving. we see you. Do you head back to your house? Where do you live in LA?
Well, I don't know LA.
You got
Probably
you
like
got
a
a map
suburb.
right there.
Yeah, I can't read that, bitch. Probably like a suburb outside of LA, maybe like 10, 15 minutes away. Um, that's all I got for you.
All right, yeah, we'll say you live in Glendale. How about?
That's weird. That's where my grandparents live. But yeah, let's go. Let's do that.
Hell yeah, it all comes together. Um, you drive in to your house in Glendale. It's like a small suburban home, and you see a flyer on your mailbox, and it strikes you as odd, because it's an advertisement for a real estate seminar. It says, the Holiday Inn Los Angeles Gateway welcomes
Oh no.
the Burke Group Real Estate Seminar. And you flip it over onto the other side. And it says, those looking to stay near the new Hollywood Park will be in luck. It's always a nice day at the races.
I fucking knew it.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
Alrighty, I like my head tilts back and I just do a sigh. And then I'll just throw my bag in my car and then I'll just go.
Hey, in fairness, you've had a year off.
You have. A lot of research has been done. We cut to Crisanto. Where is he on Tuesday, the 12th of November, 1968?
It's probably at the back of the in the rear parking lot of the post office having a smoke.
Nice. Yeah, we just see like a nice vista of San Francisco in front of you.
Yep.
After you finish your
Having a
smoke,
break.
you see there's a flyer that's sticking out from your windshield between the wipers.
He walks up kind of angrily, thinking it's a parking ticket, and picks it up.
And you sort of like take it from the wrong side at first, and you just see like the day at the races, and you're like, oh, okay, this is happening. And you turn it over and you see like the South Los Angeles Gateway Holiday Inn.
Awesome. Does it have a specific, like a date? It has a date and time, right?
Yeah, it seems to be today at 4 p.m. But it says like 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you have a little bit of a window to get there.
I was gonna say LA to San Fran is not short.
No, yeah, you know you'd probably have to leave like now to make it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right. I think he goes in and punches out early.
Hell yeah. And are you taking your car down?
I mean, yeah. Unless he takes a plane, but he wouldn't take a plane. I think he'd just drive.
Awesome. We see you driving up and down the like rolling hills of San Francisco, just populated by these like densely packed old houses from the early 1900s, until you eventually reach one of the Pacific Coast highways and just start cruising down. Where is Xander on Tuesday, the 12th?
I think he's just walking out of a dry cleaner, just getting one of his velvet suit jackets cleaned.
Nice. Yeah, it's like clean and it's been pressed. and you walk back out to your car. You hang the hanger inside. Are you taking your the shaggin' wagon?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go. Then we see Emily inside. She's like, "Let me take that for you."
Oh, thanks, honey. Well, let's why don't we get back to the apartment? We'll maybe we can go out for dinner later tonight.
Oh, by the way, I think some mailman had this for you. She takes out the Los Angeles Gateway flyer. He was trying to place it on your windshield.
That's strange. I don't know how they would have known. Like, it's not like a listed address. I don't know how they'd know how to find me here. Let me take a look.
You flip it over, you see day at the races, immediately clock that, as well as the date and the time. The only problem really is you'll have to either like leave Emily somewhere or drive her back to your place and then drive down. Like, you know that she very, very likely can't bear witness to any of what's about to happen.
Oh, it's tonight, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
today from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Ah, jeez. I forget. Does she know? I don't know. Wait, let me look at my notes. I don't know does she know? I don't have in my notes if she knows I'm like an agent, right? I don't think she knows that.
No, as far as she knows, you're FBI, and she saw you, come in with a gunshot wound, presumably from your friend. So she thinks that,
Oh, she does know I'm FBI.
Yeah, she knows at least that much because of the hospital that she was working at and all that. They would have that information, but she doesn't know you're Delta Green.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes it easier. Jeez, honey. Sorry, I can't make it tonight. This is just work stuff calling me in today. Looks like they want me to meet them somewhere.
All right. Why don't you drop me back at our place then?
We'll start up the shaggin' wagon and we'll cruise down the road.
You drop her off. You drive down. It's a Holiday Inn that's kind of close to LAX. So horrible traffic. You guys all arrive late. There's not a single person that arrives on time. But
It's like I've stayed at a Holiday Inn near LAX, so I'm gonna headcanon it as being the same one.
it probably is. Yeah. You see a sign above that says Burke Group Real Estate Seminar. And the hotel is just filled with real estate agents. You see them at the bar, at the pool, in the lobby. All of you quickly clock that the other is there. You see each other like milling around, and you gather you're gonna have no problem fitting in here. You're all in suits. Everyone else is here in suits, and it seems like they're just assumed to be at the seminar. So what do you guys do? How do you greet each other after a full year apart?
I kick Xander's cane. No, I'm joking.
Falls
Scream.
down.
Make a scene. Well,
First.
well, you boys, time's been nice to you guys. Looking good.
How long ago has it been since Xander got shot again in the
It's
shoulder?
been a year, right?
Oh, in the shoulder, it's been probably 5 months.
Okay, so I
Oh,
can't
okay.
really tell anymore. I hope you haven't gotten yourself into any more deadly encounters, Xander.
Nothing too
No one
bad.
came
No, no.
Why do I feel like he's lying?
Yeah.
Just
Nonetheless,
you know,
good to see you.
yeah. I mean, what have you guys been up to?
Honestly, just tying up loose ends on what we just did last time we were together.
you guys have any idea what they might be calling us in for today?
I don't know, but either way, it should be a good race.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. Okay, is it safe to assume that the other people are also Delta Greek agents, or is it one of those things where like it's being used as a cover-up for a meeting?
It seems like it's being used for a cover-up, and it starts to dawn on all of you. How the hell are you supposed to find your handler amidst this sea of... Like, it could be anybody in here.
Oh, it's not the same guy?
No. Usually operations are completely different handlers.
We just yell out Delta Green.
Delta Green here.
That's right.
Fighting the unnatural here.
Oh, okay. I'll say, wow, it's really busy here. I haven't seen a crowd like this since I went to the Derby. That was a nice busy day at the races there. And I'll wink to the other guys.
You see Crisanto do a slow face pump.
You see a lot of people look over like oddly towards you, like you say this kind of loud and it's like out of character for sure. But you quickly see stepping outside of one of the side rooms, you actually see above it, it says the Pine Room. It looks to be like a private area off to the side of this function. You see a tall, extremely like well-dressed, like dapper looking African-American man who steps out, and he looks at all of you and he's like, "Oh, I was looking for you three. Still interested in the place near Hollywood Park?" I know that you're flush with cash from those horses. It's always a nice day at the races.
Near Hollywood Park? Was that the
It's the flyer. It's the flyer that we got.
Yeah.
I imagine that happens in character. It's actually just confused.
In my headcanon, I'm just seeing Dr. Cross show him the flyer in real time.
Yeah.
This right here.
Exactly.
He like holds down.
Oh
tabs
my
and fucking-
god. All right.
Yes. The past year or so has been very good for us.
Yeah, why don't you come on in, all of you? I'll take care of you in the Pine Room.
I don't mind if I do.
You head in. He quickly settles on like this like super nice couch. There's like a full bar with like free drinks inside, as well as like different things to like make your own drink. It looks like this portion of the Holiday Inn is like separate from everything else. He goes around to each of you, extends his hand, gives like a very firm handshake, and he's like, "Montgomery Fleur." Nice to meet you. Special Agents Voss and Kade, as well as Dr. Cross. This is what this guy looks like.
So well informed. Ooh.
All right.
Nice. I dap him up.
That hasn't been invented yet.
Oh shit.
No.
There's no. Probably has.
Anyway.
Well,
If you want to enjoy some free drinks while you're here, be my guest. We're gonna go for a little bit of a ride. I wasn't really lying about the whole property thing. I'm taking you directly to a safe house for this one.
and what exactly are we getting into this time around?
Probably can't discuss it here.
Can't discuss it here, but why don't you hop into my Ford outside? I'll take you over.
All right, I'll whip up a drink first.
Nice. Yeah, you grab a drink. And you all start to crowd in. He has a black 1957 Ford Country sedan. It looks classy, but it's also like a bit of like a dad car. Who is going to get into the passenger seat, or are you all crowding into the back?
I will. My brother.
You're
I was
crazy.
gonna save that for
No,
I was gonna say that, so
No,
You,
I don't
uh,
have to.
You start to open the door, and you see sitting in the passenger seat is an infant child in a carrier.
Oh, damn.
And he comes over. He's like, "My apologies. This is my daughter, Tangerine." And he picks her up, and he just puts her in his arms as he just takes the steering wheel and starts to turn it out of the parking lot.
There are no car seats in the front. What the fuck?
It seems like he just maybe he got called to this as quickly as all of you did, so he just had his daughter with him, and had to quickly head over to this LA Gateway seminar. But yeah, he starts to pull off. He doesn't head towards Hollywood Park like you mentioned. Instead, he starts to head towards South Central LA. And immediately, Dr. Cross, this starts to bring back some memories for you. Just being an African American man in the city and having lived here for a bit, you realize that he's taking you to a neighborhood called Watts. And
How do you
immediately,
spell that?
what'd you say?
Well, how do you spell that?
You recognize it because it was the center of a major riot that took place in 1965, one that kind of rocked the community in Los Angeles. Over 1,000 people were injured, 30 people killed, as just police and rioters clashed. Looters burned an entire street, which became known as Charcoal Alley. A lot of white people fled Charcoal Alley and Watts in general, and just a lot of buildings became abandoned. It has since become infested by gangs that have formed from the looters and the things that they've grabbed. So it's a bit of an intense setting. And 3 years since the riot, and the debris still hasn't really been cleared. Doesn't surprise you, but it's still sad to see. You roll past Charcoal Alley, you see brick and soot that mark the graves of former buildings. You see a group of kids hopping over the rubble of what had once been a dry goods store. You see two boys are pretending to sword fight, but they're using pieces of rebar as their swords. And you see others appear to be kicking through bricks, like they might find treasure beneath. You see faded signs still clinging to life. Kemp's Beer and Wine leads menswear and Texas Club. And 10 blocks down on East 103rd, Monty pulls up to a 2-story concrete apartment complex that, for all intents and purposes, looks to be abandoned. You see boarded windows. There are old Kennedy for President in 68 signs on the side of it, as well as 4 rent signs, and a set of faded black iron stairs that lead up to a second-floor unit. And he just takes the carrier that he had his daughter in, he puts it on his back, throws her in, steps out of the car, and is just like, "All right, we're here. Let's go."
Thought you said this was a safe house.
Oh, it's real safe. No prying eyes. Everyone looking inwards.
Well, yeah, I suppose nobody would think to find us here.
No, believe me, cops aren't coming around this street. And
Right.
he starts to head up to Unit 204. What do you guys do?
I mean, I don't have a reason to not follow with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's met all the requirements of being who I think he is.
Okay.
Andrew's gonna have like a little bit of a. He's gonna like hesitate a little bit because last time he was in an abandoned building, like it didn't,
Yeah.
didn't go so well.
It
But
was
he's gonna, like,
horrifying.
he's kind of like gonna look around him, like quickly, like look behind him, and then tentatively follow suit.
You head up. You see the front door is reinforced from the inside with a steel bar as he opens it. There's a peephole that looks to be concealed from the outside. When you walk in, it starts to become clear, like, oh, this is a really ideal safe house. There's a couch, there's fold-out cots, there's blackout curtains on all the windows, there's duct tapes over the windows that aren't, like, secured. He sets the carrier down on the couch with his kid, and he starts to take you on, like, what is, funnily enough, close to an apartment tour. He's like, all right, storage closet, follow me. He takes you over to a storage closet, and he reveals a false back of the closet, and you just see like a weapons crate in there.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
It looks like it has a bunch of stuff in it, but you can't really see from this angle. There's a cardboard box marked with a stylized Chinese dragon. He closes the false back and takes you over to the bathroom. He opens up a vent in the bathroom where there's a hidden lockbox. He opens it up. There's a shortwave radio inside, as well as dead drop envelopes for communication. He takes you over to the kitchen, opens the fridge, shows you non-perishable rations, goes under the sink, taps it. A concealed panel comes out with a snub-nose 38 and a 1911. Places it back.
This guy's packing, bro.
Yeah.
This place is packing. And continues moving to the phone. There's a phone in the room. And he says, this is a secure line if you need to reach me. If you dial the number of the license plate of that car, it goes directly to me. Oh, these are yours, by the way. He hands you the keys to the country sedan.
You're so cool. I take the keys.
Call me Monty, by the way. I'm also going to leave you with this. And you see he takes out
No, it's the baby.
You're going to raise this child now. That's your mission.
That's the cover story. That's the mission.
He takes out a canister of Super 8 film. You see on the outside of it, it says... Actually, I'm going to type this in a chat so you guys have it. It says... Yi Lao. 11/11/1968. And he hands it to Dr. Cross because you're standing closest to him. And he's like, this is film of an event that occurred within the last 48 hours. Assets and local media tipped us off. I guess a citizen journalist shipped copies to all major news outlets in the city. The footage is about as clear as an FCC violation as it gets, so we're having good luck keeping it off the air, but they say it could be some new kind of drug that's hit the streets, or something worse. Find out. If it's our problem, solve it. This film reel does not leave this room. If you need to make calls, you call me with the license plate number on that phone. I'll run something up the chain if I have to. Yeah.
Oh, I just said aye, like Captain.
Captain. Aye, Captain. And he like grabs his kid like he's about to go, and he's like, looks back at you. They told me not to watch it, so I'm following orders. For all intents and purposes, this substance is going to be called Substance K.
Okay.
If it's our problem, you solve it. And he takes his baby daughter, Tangerine, and just starts walking down the street. He leaves you the car, so he's just... Presumably he must live nearby, because he just starts to walk with her still on his shoulders just down the street away.
That's actually wicked funny. Do we see him turn into the house? A few houses down.
He's in the next door unit, like.
Yeah, right. It's not really a safe house, huh?
No, he starts to head down the street. He banks right, and it looks like he heads into a laundromat.
That's even weirder.
Laundromat.
Yeah. You do see one of those like 8mm projectors in the apartment as well.
Throw this sucker in. See what's on here.
Okay. There's that sound of like the film reel going through, like the and it starts to go. It has no sound, but it appears to be from an Eastman Kodak camera outside of Monterey Park. Like I said, the outside of it reads Yilo 11/11/1968, just one day ago. If that is to be believed as a date that this was taken. It seems to be night. It seems to depict the outside of a restaurant, maybe, with outdoor seating. For the first few moments, it's kind of unclear what is the subject of this film. It's kind of unclear and grainy. But you see suddenly at the edge of frame, on a sidewalk along a fence across the street, you see a tall, burly black man walks into view. He seems to be in the midst of some fit or seizure. He's distant from the camera and he's poorly lit. And he stumbles onto a parked car, setting off the alarm. You see people start to gather. A pair of passerbys attempt to help, but the man's violent thrashing throws both of them back. Roughly 30 seconds into the footage, the man begins clawing at his face and at his arms. He digs trenches through his skin as a growing crowd of onlookers begin to stare in horror. Some rush to call for help, others are frozen in place, in shock. Another couple tries to restrain him. The man rises and begins flinging blood and skin, then his nose onto the sidewalk and onto parked cars.
Yo.
He reaches up into his sinus cavity, up to the third knuckle on both hands, and he begins tearing his own skull apart. As his scalp visibly snaps and sags under the pressure of his crazy prying. He finally succumbs to shock and he falls to the concrete. You see stunned onlookers that are surrounding this corpse, which is still moving long past the point when it should be dead. And the last thing you see is you see a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department patrol car that pulls into frame as the footage cuts out. I would have all of you guys roll SAN for violence, but you're actually all adapted from Vietnam. So looking at this, it definitely it would be traumatizing to someone who hasn't seen people blow up in or go through like war levels of violence. But yeah, the film reel comes to a stop.
Did it look like the film, was this like a security footage, or was like somebody filming this?
It looked like
Yeah, what
somebody
was it
was
from?
filming this.
What?
Wait, is that common? Hold on. Are video cameras common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody was.
Eastman Kodak just a few years ago came out with the Super 8mm film camera. So it's like a very common consumer item. So you gather somebody probably saw this guy acting strangely and just started recording. Or it could also be a part of the conspiracy. You're not sure. But if they mailed it to a bunch of news sites, probably not.
And so it says Yilo 11, 1968.
Yep.
Is that
Yilo 11/11/1968.
Is that YELO?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. It's YEELOW.
Oh, okay.
What are your guys' alertness scores?
Let's see.
Mine is 50.
Mine
probably
is
Never mind,
alertness is 41. Holy shit, 73? Are you on cocaine?
I can't remember how I did my stats, bro. But yeah, 73.
Okay, so you have 73.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, so you see in the early part of the video before the camera moves over to cover this man, you see the sign of the restaurant is called Yilo Deli.
Oh. Okay.
So the title doesn't really, it gives us like a location and a time.
All right, so I guess we start brainstorming, guys. All right. Do we know where Yilo Deli is?
Why don't you give me? This will just be because it's kind of a. You can give me an intelligence roll to see if you know it, because as an LA resident, you might actually know where this deli is.
Haley Jones. Up here.
Critical. Oh shit.
Oh, let's go.
You've been here before. Yilo Deli is considered by a lot of people. It's near Monterey Park, which makes sense based on the setting. It's the best deli style Chinese food in East LA. You know that their black bean chicken and their egg rolls are fantastic.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I don't think we should prep. I don't think we need to prep for anything, right, guys? All we got to do is kind of just check it out and see what's around there, and then game plan from there. At least in my mind.
Yeah. how many days? So if we assume this was like the 11th of November, how many days ago was that?
It was 1 day ago, if the date is to be
Oh.
believed.
I guess if anything, we can try to ground out new newspapers. Like, what time is it right now?
We'll say it's now like 7 p.m.
Oh yeah, so like, I'm assuming news hasn't even, but some newspapers have the story, but there's really nothing. Computers are not that widely available. Yeah, I guess we could do our approach like we did last time, Jimmy, or whoever it was when we were
Undercover?
just doing recon.
The
Yeah,
Mormons?
yeah. Okay, we're bringing back out the Mormon cover. Let's go.
Hell
There's
yeah.
3 of us. We're actually just going to become Mormons by the end of this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Well, is the diner open?
I'd say with a critical success, you know that they would be open at this hour.
Alright, and before red herring, where we end up like deep into the Chinese food production
I know.
delivery chain, and then we're like, wait a minute, why are we here?
Okay, I don't think we're gonna get railroaded because it's legitimately on the thing. Yeah, you want to go? You want to get some food?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could eat.
Check it out.
All right, let's go to Yilo. Yeehaw!
Okay.
Oh dear.
You guys head up to Elo. Are you guys? So you're gonna take the car there. They have a parking lot actually, right next to the restaurant. Are you gonna try to park there, or are you gonna try to like make it a bit
No,
more
we're
discreet?
gonna. Yeah, definitely more discreet.
Okay.
Is there like street parking, like a block up or something?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say that there is, especially because there is a park right nearby. I think it's Monterey Park. It's right close
Perfect.
by.
We're all in probably like plain clothes, yeah? Probably be the best.
Yeah, I would change out of suits.
Yeah.
All right, we're all in plain clothes.
Okay.
Wait, are we really doing the Mormon thing?
No.
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 No, we're just gonna. What I meant by that, we're just gonna act like. Well, we are locals because we're from LA, so I guess we're just gonna be like people that are curious
Are we from
or
LA?
something like that.
Yeah, we could like. I'm thinking like we could go and be like, "Whoa, hey, like my friend was just here the other day. He said there was like this guy that freaked out. Like, what was that?"
Yeah, we
You know,
can do
kinda
that.
like play it off as like you're just like some average local.
Yeah, I'm down with that. All right.
Okay. You guys walk in. The smell of delicious Chinese food hits your nose, and this very like well-dressed, handsome Chinese man, probably in his like mid-20s, comes up to you. He has his hair slicked back, and he's like, "Can I get you all a table?"
Yeah. But should we like? Yeah, well, we get a table and then we'll like ask the waiter about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
wherever wherever you will have us.
All right. Well, I'll sit you down. It's buffet style, but let me know if you guys want any drinks. We have a full bar towards the back. And he points, and there's like a full-on bar that's stocked. There's like a television that's playing black and white sports reels.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, happy to serve you tonight.
Is there a bartender over there?
There is. Looks to be an older Chinese gentleman that's polishing some glasses. Very few people in here because it's a Tuesday night. But there are some people that are just going to the buffet, getting food, eating at their tables and stuff. Just not a ton.
You guys want to like go get a drink?
We're kind of on the job, so I'll just get water.
Oh well, I mean like we could go talk to the bartender. Who's kind of like we'll just use that as like a cover.
Sure.
Hi, sir. Yes. Three whiskeys for me and my friends over here.
All right.
Or no. We're we're at a Chinese restaurant. What are we getting? Mai Tais. Let's do some Mai Tais.
Wait, what are we getting?
All right. Coming right up. He has an extremely thick accent that I'm not gonna do, but it's thick. You got
Really not on the recording?
I know that would be fucking crazy of me to do. But he arranges your Mai Tais. They're like, I'd say, average. They're a little thick, kind of hard to get down. But they do the trick. And after he serves them, instead of like talking to you, he just sort of just turns around and returns to polishing glasses.
So one of our friends, he was just here the other day. He said there was like some guy freaking out in the street. Did you hear anything about that? Crazy, right?
Are you directing that to me, or are you directing that to him?
I would say probably like directed it to him, because he'll probably just ignore us if he just overhears us talking, right?
Yeah, he turns around and he's not fully, but his head kind of cocked sideways, and he's like, "Yeah, he had it coming."
Oh, had it coming. Oh, is he? You know this guy?
Yeah, he was a gang member or something.
Oh. You really like? He's causing trouble in this neighborhood?
Yeah, he was with those protests that were here and stirring trouble. The waiter comes over and is like, he wasn't actually a gang member. He was a member of the Black Panthers. Just thought I should clarify. And he just like turns and starts to grab trays from the buffet table that are empty.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear they have a lot of enemies, those Black Panthers.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you come up here, you live here. Why are you protesting here? You should be grateful. Grateful that you have a place here in this city, in this country. Well, never understand.
Yeah. Well, things can always be better. Not always. It's not always the best treatment for everybody in this country. Was anybody? Did he ever like come through here before? Like anybody? I don't know. I feel like I'm like too police. Like I feel like I'm like part of the police, like interrogating this guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think last time we did this, how did we approach it? We didn't ask too many questions. We kind of just listened to other people too, if anybody's in the proximity.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask him?
Well, I don't know. Can I see what his demeanor is towards me?
He doesn't seem to be like. It seems like he definitely has beliefs that immigrants coming to this country should just like shut up and take it, which is definitely common amongst immigrants at this time. Which is definitely not. Well, actually, you tell me. How does Dr. Cross feel about it? Is he like? Would you consider Dr. Cross more of like an activist? Is he someone who like sees things on the news and thinks that things are messed up? Does he like try to intervene? What are his
Oh, he would
sta-
never try to intervene.
Yeah.
But he's more like a quiet activist. Like he won't be outspoken to cause like a scene, but will do stuff to promote, you know, progressiveness.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So like, I just want to more like, is he conversing with Cade because is he more friendly towards Cade and just giving me some like side eyes and stuff, like as a racial thing, or is he just like
No,
talking to all of us as a whole? Okay, okay,
No, it doesn't seem that way. It seems like
okay.
he just considers people. He seems to be more traditional in his views, and he seems to believe that anyone acting up against authority is a gang member or a criminal.
Okay, 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 okay. You didn't ask him too much, but I don't want to push it. Well, I guess we could just act like we're very curious about it. I'll ask him. Do you know any juicy details that the cops might have not found out? This is so interesting.
I don't know anything about that. I saw them spraying off the blood from the sidewalk, but
Dang.
I don't know much about it.
I don't know if I should ask. Did you already ask if he's like a frequent, like a patron here?
Not yet.
Did we ask him that? I don't know. I guess we should just finish our drinks and see if anybody else is like talking about it. I don't want to ask too many questions.
Yeah, keep a sharp ear out.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys get further and further into these drinks and you're staying here for a bit, you're asking him a lot of questions. You notice that every now and then the young waiter who sat you seems to be paying attention to what you're saying. You notice he interrupted the old man earlier to clarify. No, he's not a gang member. He's a member of the Black Panthers. And every now and then he sort of stops by to just to listen in. And probably an hour in, once you're fully like settled in, he comes over. Can I ask, what interest do you have in that man dying?
Well, it was just a crazy, gory scene. That doesn't usually happen around here. You know, we live not too far away. Just want to make sure, you know, safe area.
Yeah, I mean, look, between you and me, he sort of looks around. I got footage of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I got it on Super 8. That thing that happened was crazy. I sent it out to a bunch of news channels, and I think they're going to run with it soon.
Oh, we should have been acting like news reporters. God. Stupid.
You could still run with that, honestly, if you wanted.
That's true.
There's nothing that's contradicted that.
True.
Yeah, we could just say that we're dropping our cover. Like, oh, well, since you mentioned, blah, blah, blah.
You take the lead reporter. Go for it.
You are the one with a silver tongue.
Well, all right. I'll kind of like say in like a hushed voice. All right. Well, since you mentioned that is actually why we're here. We did receive the tape.
No way.
Me?
Really?
Yeah. Keep it. You know.
Roll a persuasion. I want to see if you can
Well,
convince him.
we did actually get a tape.
You did.
I didn't lie.
You
He's
did
not
not
lying.
lie. Oh my god!
That's,
Oh.
anybody else
So
want to say that?
Anyway,
you didn't critically fail, so it's not like you just seem like you're obviously lying, but he seems to be apprehensive. He's like, which station?
Uh, Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn. You said?
Holiday.
I'll chime in and say like, hey man, we don't want to blow our cover, but we know exactly what happened in the video. Like we kind
I
of
feel
go
like
like in
if we
hushed details
describe-
about it. We like tell him things that like we saw in our video because it's a video, right? Everything will be
Yeah.
around the same.
Yeah,
We just
so-
can't say, but we're just trying to be like low key about it.
Okay.
If we describe what happens in the video, well, I'm sure he'll,
Yeah, right. If we describe, it's not like we're
very-
faking having the
very
video.
Particular stuff happened.
What do you say to him about the video? Because that's going to matter.
He tore himself apart, basically.
Yeah, he's throwing his body parts at the pedestrians.
Okay, so you've seen it. But which station are you running with?
Oh, dude.
He's really persistent about that.
Yeah, well, you failed the roll, so he's like, wait, who am I
Would
dealing
we-
with?
Would we know any?
Independent.
We would probably know.
Are we all locals here?
I'm from San Francisco. I'm not.
You're from Malibu, so you're a little bit north. Dr. Cross is the only LA resident.
Let's see. Would I know a freaking thing you do? News station? I'll just chime in. I'll say the first news station that comes to mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay,
feel like
the
we
way
shouldn't
the way this
divide.
is gonna work. So he. You know that there are roughly like 40 news stations in LA. There's a lot. He sent them out to 8. So I'm going to say there's a 1 in 5 chance that you give one of the ones that he sent it to. Otherwise, this is going to seem not like it's not going to throw this entire thing under the bus, but it's just going to add more suspicion if it's one that he didn't even send it to.
Well, I didn't think.
So
Are we trying to interrogate, like, in terms of like trying to figure out whose video he has? Because I'm just running with the idea that we've seen a video and we just want more, like some insider info.
Well, he's the one that shot the video that we have. He said that's what he said.
yeah, so
So there's only one. There's only one
There's
video.
only
of it.
one video.
there's only
It's the
one video, and it's the one that he
we
recorded.
watched is
So-
the one that he recorded and sent out.
I'm gonna roll a 1d5. Basically, if it's a
You should've
5,
said private investigation, dude.
well, this is not gonna throw it under the bus. It just means if I get a 5 on this, it means you name one of the ones he sent it to, and he's immediately on board. He's like, oh, of course, I sent it to you guys. If not, it might just take a little bit of convincing that like maybe it came across your desk, maybe they're sharing the reel. So I'll roll this. No. He's like, I don't remember sending it to that one, but sure. I mean, what do you want to know? Clearly, you've seen it. And I think any exposure on this is going to be good. I mean, if there's some new drug that's hitting the streets and kids are getting hooked on it, it's better that people should know.
Um, I mean, do you know anything about him? Like, do you know what happened? Anything leading up, or did he just show up and just started acting crazy, or was he like a bystander? Because you obviously work here 24/7, or as much as you can, I'm assuming.
Damn close. Yeah. To be honest, man, I don't know much. I know his last name was Glover. I know he was a member of the Black Panthers. I know that he was into writing. He had some kind of publication, some sort of pamphlet that he was known for, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not super politically active, if I'm being honest. I just thought it was fucked up what happened. I don't know what the hell
Well,
kind of drug could do that to someone.
what made you start filming? Like, what was he acting like before you started rolling?
Oh, he was he was screaming, man.
Huh.
I know you couldn't hear it because there's I couldn't record audio, but he was screaming at us, screaming for his mother, screaming about the pain that he was in, and he just fucking started tearing himself apart, man.
I don't know what else we should ask him. I mean,
Was he did he like did you see like any kind of like drug deal? Like, did you get this from anybody?
Not that I could see, man. I mean, he just walked in from the park, and he just seemed fucked up. It seemed like he was about to overdose, honestly. I think he did probably overdose. That's what caused him to act so crazy. But the cops came on the scene and
while
took care
they're
of it.
talking, would a Glover, a Black Panther with a last name Glover, pop into my mind at all?
Yeah, why don't you give me an intelligence roll?
Yes.
Success. Okay. You have heard of this person. His name is Demarion Glover. You haven't heard much about him with just a regular success. Other than that, he published a scathing takedown of the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department over a case called the Dondry case. The Dondry case. You know that he published some kind of pamphlet. It had like the black fist on the outside and the circle, and you don't remember the contents exactly, but you know that he was arguing that the sheriff's department was corrupt and that they were rigging the justice system against the victims of this Dondry case. But with a regular success, you don't remember any other details about it.
I think we probably asked them enough. Thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have any other
Yeah,
Western
thing, yeah.
Queensland.
And then I'll probably just be like, okay, I think we were kind of lying to you before. I don't think you didn't send us the video. It came across our desks, but we like to keep our informants hush hush. And we also thank you for your like support or whatever. We thank you. We like to thank our sources, and I give them like $100 or $200.
I was gonna say I'll give him a big tip.
Okay. So you're basically saying that it came across your desk and that you're just thankful that he was informing you about this story?
Yeah, giving us more information, and thank you being for our informant. And if you know anything else, you'll know where to find us. Maybe, like we'll probably pop in another time.
Well, give him our phone number.
Business card?
Yeah, a business card with like a phone or fax or something.
Okay. Yeah, what
Or I guess it's just a blank business card with a number on it because we don't have.
Yeah, just write it
We
on
don't have-
napkin or something.
Yeah, what information do you give him to contact you? Do you give him like the phone number from the safe house? Do you
I
get
would say we provided burner phones.
Well, what about like a PO box? Because like the safe house like phone, like wouldn't that have like a, I don't know, like kind of like an address tied to it? Like, can you kind of figure out like where that is? It would kind of like be a security compromise. So
Yeah,
like a PO box.
That's probably a smart line of thinking. You could do a PO box. Yeah, you could really do one in any area of the city. So where would you like to set one up?
Let's look at a map here. I don't know. Middle, central of the city, downtown.
Okay, so downtown
I'd
LA.
say not.
Yeah, Jose.
Is downtown a good idea?
Oh, like you think there's like it's too populated?
Well, I guess that could work in our favor too. Actually, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm overthinking. The PR
All right,
box,
cool.
For God's sake, in a D&D campaign.
Yeah. So I guess like downtown.
Okay, we'll say a downtown LA PO box. We'll say that you've already set it up in anticipation of this, so it's all good to go. He takes it, and with the $100, he's like, "Thank you so much, man. You don't know what this means to me."
And just if anybody else comes asking around, just we don't want anybody else to know that we're on the story, so just
We weren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are who I'm gonna sell this to if it becomes big. Like my side of the story. It's you guys.
Well, we're happy to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And you boys have a good night. And he's sort of like ushering you out. You guys stayed there until close, so it's like 9 p.m. There's like the jingle of the bell on the door, and you guys are out on the street now as they're sort of closing Yilau.
The place of the incident is close by, right? Presumably.
It is. It's just across the street.
Yeah, so maybe we should go take a look, see.
You said go across the street to what?
See where it happened.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you guys just gonna kind of like try to canvass the area, like just do like a cursory glance and kind of look?
Yeah, just like people walking around, type of deal.
Okay. Why don't you all give me search rolls?
Search.
Oh God, not rolling well today.
Oh,
Dang. We're drunk. He drugged us.
Am I tight?
My time.
Okay, would anyone like to push? I'll ask before I continue.
Last time
We're-
someone pushed a search roll, they got shot at. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'll hold back this time.
Okay. You guys don't find anything really like suspicious. It seems like the gore has been hosed off the sidewalk and it's been like properly cleaned. Though you do see still like the tape and all that from the crime scene. Looks like it's still roped off from the public. But as you sort of walk along the street, the one thing you do notice, and this is just with like anyone who has above a 50%, so that's 2 of you. You see that there is a bank with a security camera that's facing down a different angle towards where it seems like Glover was walking when he entered frame on the 8mm footage.
Oh.
Is
Oh,
the
so maybe we
bank-
can ask our superiors if we get some of that security footage.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's the name of the bank?
That is a good question. I'm gonna look up LA 60s bank.
Bank of America.
Chase.
It is called Chase.
Bank.
It's a Chase bank. Yeah,
Oh,
Nice.
it is Chase.
yeah. Looks like that was common back then. Yeah, it just looks to be a Chase bank with like a front security camera facing the street.
Yeah, so I think when we get back, we can request footage.
Okay, so are you guys thinking heading back to the safe house for the night? Are you gonna try to look into something further? We'll say by this point, it's after a thorough canvassing, it's like 10 p.m.
I mean, it's,
Well,
it's getting late, and we don't
What,
have
you
enough
know-
information to go off.
We could do like try to. I mean, this is like kind of like a maybe like a bonus level, but like we could try to like score some drugs to see if there is like anything new on the streets.
Oh, that's an interesting angle. That's kind of cool. You certainly could.
Jimmy, can you repeat that? It cut out. for me.
Like we could try to get drugs tonight to see if there's like if we can get something that we don't recognize.
Oh, okay. Does Dr. Cross know any druggy hotspots?
Do I know any druggy hotspots?
Well, you're the
DM?
LA local.
I don't really see Dr. Cross as like he's also like
Yeah,
has a
he
medical
could
background,
try.
so he could really get anything he wanted to just outside of going to the street for it. But yeah, you have no idea. Essentially, it'd just be a luck roll to try to see if you guys could find a dealer. You know,
Is there a college town nearby?
you know the far.
Oh wait.
You know, the farther south you go, you guys are kind of close to like some a police precinct. So the farther south you go, and actually towards South Central, towards Watts, anywhere in between there would be like prime real estate. But it would be a luck roll to see if you could find someone that would even want to like sell to you. Like you're all like in like business outfits and like clearly look like feds, unless you wanted to try to go in disguise or something.
Yeah, we could change.
I thought we changed out of those.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're normal clothes, right? Yeah, to go to the restaurant.
Oh, true. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are in all normal clothes. So, yeah, I think it'd just be a luck roll to see if you guys can find someone. But if you do find someone, they'll likely be able to sell to you.
All right, who wants to do the luck roll?
Who has the highest luck?
It's all the
Last
same.
time.
Always 50. I think.
Oh, 50. All right. I guess. Oh, I've been rolling terribly, so why doesn't somebody else take it?
You want it, Jose?
Screw it. Bring on the drugs, baby.
Nice.
We're getting drugs.
Okay. Yeah, you do find a dealer. You actually have to go like kind of a good distance. Like you're almost into like Watts, where the safe house is. And there's this old black man comes up. He's in this like super like raggedy old decrepit coat with like a fedora on. And he comes up. And he's like, "Yeah, what do you want? What are you looking for?"
Who's doing the conversating? Have the soul brother do it.
Yeah, he'd probably respond better to you.
Yeah, legitimately. Dr. Cross, that's you.
Chris?
Oh, sorry. What?
Do you want to talk to the dealer?
I mean, as a MD, I guess that's freaking what I'm doing now. How do I open up to a dealer, bruh?
What do you mean? He asked what you want.
Come on, man, I don't have all night. What? He's looking up and down the street. What do you want? What do you want, man?
What's the best thing you got? And I show him $200.
He immediately takes out a paper bag and hands it to you.
Before I give him the money, I look at it. Is there actually something in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you look in and you find some heroin.
Hey, you got any
That's
of that
not
new
what I'm
shit all
look-
the kids are taking?
And I know it's heroin.
Yeah, immediately as like a medical practitioner, you immediately know that it's heroin. Did you say something, Crisano? Were you going to ask him about
Yeah,
the young kids are taking?
yeah. You got any of that new shit that all the young kids are taking these days? Seems fun.
What, cocaine?
No, I'm not even sure what it's
Oh,
called.
oh shit. LSD?
Maybe not. But
Something a little stronger, like, and we've tried all that stuff. I want something new.
Can you tell we're not druggies?
It seems like he doesn't care.
He just sees the $200.
It also seems like he maybe has multiple like mental health things going on. Like he's sort of like leaning against your car and he just like smells like shit. And he's sort of like looking in and out and looking around like paranoid.
yeah.
And he's like, "All right, man, you need anything else? You good? I'm gonna get out the way here."
Yes, that was fruitless.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be our guy.
All right.
All right, well, thanks, buddy. I think we're all set.
Does he look homeless?
He does look homeless, and he's like, "Yeah, no worries. Just remember the shadows and the double light. That's the eternal night." And he starts
I'll give him my
starts to limp off
I'll give him
down
my
the street.
leftovers. Look at my leftovers from the buffet.
Okay. He takes them from you, and he's like muttering to himself. Your hand upon my heart. Scars and wounds healed on the threshold. And the invisible gates flung wide open. Down staircases endless as burning snow. He just takes it from you and starts to limp off like he was singing some jazz song that you've never heard of.
Tyler, you're suspiciously good at the rambling. I hope
Suspiciously good, I'm glad. And you see following him as he turns a corner, there's like this stray dog that follows him around the corner, and they share the Chinese food together.
Oh my god.
Wait, is it that guy?
Oh my god.
Is it that same guy?
No,
It
that
is
that
that
guy
same.
that guy was a younger white guy, and he was like had like Vietnam
Dude,
fatigues.
they have an underground thing of drug dealers, bro. Oh my gosh.
What?
That's actually kind of
Mom.
sus, though.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
In one of the earlier freaking things, there was a homeless guy with dogs, remember? In the parking lot.
Wasn't that in a different state?
No, that was well, no, that was around San Francisco, but
Yeah,
Places are
it was
foul.
find dogs that are around Xander's van with an old man that we pay for information. His name was Leon.
That was the army vet, though, right? Or that was the
Yeah,
I guess
but
Tyler
yeah,
said it was a young white guy.
yeah, but
a
still,
different
that's
guy.
kind of weird. He's trying to red herring us, guys. Can't fall
I
for
was
it.
gonna say just because there's another stray dog doesn't mean
That was weird, though. He added that detail.
you have to send us another fucking wild goose chase for 2 sessions.
We get the next train to Berkeley.
You just red herring yourself again on the same place.
There's something here, I know it. All right,
Quick,
well that
find the
guy
parking
wasn't.
lot where you parked that last time.
Yeah,
It's gotta be there.
he's still there. All right, well that. All right, we didn't get any fun stuff from that. Well, we got some heroin, I guess, but
You got some very fun stuff. What are you
can
talking
use it
about?
use it as a bartering chip or something else down the line. It's a
yeah,
surprise tool
we
that
could
will
try to
help
like
us later.
trade up for something else.
You got
Dude, you guys
two-
want to do a trade up challenge?
I started with a single paperclip and now I have this bag of heroin.
You're trying to flip the heroin for more money. Like you just forego the mission entirely. You're just making money. Are you guys gonna drive off?
Yeah, I mean we're close. We'll just go back to the safe house, I think, and then see, and then request for that bank footage.
Okay. So you drive off down the street. The window's still down because you were talking to him through it, and you just hear faintly. There were three, there were none, thrice begotten, not forgotten. In the covenant
guy
of
singing?
mercy lies the hate of the thirsty. The hounds
No, I
of
don't like this.
Gabriel bring the gates wide open.
Where are you getting this?
Wait.
Because like this is like
He
He's like,
actually
"Yeah,
wrote
you
this
probably
down,
would."
so it fucking means something. It means something.
It's
He wouldn't try to
national song.
railroad his own campaign.
But you guys make it back to the safe house at Watts at like 11 p.m. I'd
Wait.
say.
Who was singing that? The homeless guy?
The homeless guy again.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some weird thing where like it came on the radio and we were about to have like a mind meld thing. Crazy.
No, it's just this guy singing it as he was sharing the Chinese food with his dog.
I think we should, like, I know it looks like heroin, but I think we should send off a little sample to some lab anyway, just in case there's like
Oh,
something
that's smart.
mixed in.
That's smart. I'd do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's call Monty. Monty, is that what he told us to call him?
Yeah.
Nah, you want to know what's a
Montiflor.
faster way of verifying it? If we just try it, dude.
You know,
Let's
facts,
party, dude.
Let's party like it's 1968.
I
Oh,
want to
wait.
rage, dude. Why is your grandma here? I want to rage.
That's funny.
All right. So should we fast forward to the next day? Are you guys? So you guys are gonna send it to a lab. You could use one of the dead drop envelopes to do that. You could leave it. There's a telephone pole outside that's like the dead drop area, so you could leave them the sample. They could get back to you. Or is there anything you guys would like to do
Bank footage.
before the morning comes?
Security footage.
Yeah, put in a request for that.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll put in the request for the security footage as well.
Okay. I'm gonna make a roll to see if your handler can do that. Can get the
He's
footage.
Monty. He can do anything.
He is Monty. And he's cool. Okay. All right. You leave out a dead drop envelope with the sample. You call on the secure line. We'll say it's the next morning, maybe like early, maybe as soon as possible, like 6 a.m. And you hear Monty on the line. He's like, oh, I get it. From the bank down the street, you want to try to get a different angle on it?
Who's confused?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, cool.
All right.
All right, give me a second. And you hear him like he muffles
Who's that?
Oh, is that
We
the
lost
the music
That
bot?
was the Fred.
yeah.
That was Fred Batunga.
Oh, weird. All right, let's see. Huh.
The FBI is really listening, and you're done for, Jose. You're done for.
I didn't say shit.
Really?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's weird.
What happened?
I guess Fredbot's just not working. Huh.
Oh shit!
Gone for good.
I guess you have to sing this whole time.
I will sing. I'll serenade you guys as that
Going with
homeless
that
man.
tune.
But yeah. Okay. We'll keep going. Then it might come back. But yeah, you hear him muffle the end of the telephone, and he speaks to someone. He's like, "All right, I can get that to you, but it's gonna take me a day. We need to procure a warrant here, so I gotta make something up. Just give me time."
Works for me.
All right.
How are things looking down there? You find anything at the scene?
We found a witness. Says he took the video that you guys procured. But other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary.
You gentlemen are lucky. You're telling me you found the guy who recorded it?
If there's only one video, it sounds like he is the guy.
Yeah, that's all there was, so good on you. Can see why you guys got stripes on your last mission. This is good. Now,
Professionals.
if he has a copy at his home, that could be a problem.
Oh shit.
But I'll leave that up to you.
We're professionals, he says. I was trying to buy heroin 2 hours earlier. And failing miserably.
Chrysanto's on the couch. There's like a belt around his arm, and he's just like...
We're consummate professionals. I'll pay you $200 for this little bag of heroin.
We work hard, we party hard. What can we say?
That's
Oh,
fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it's the start of the first shift of Wednesday, the 13th of November. What would you guys like to do?
Hmm.
You have a couple leads. You have some
do.
some things in the fire for sure.
Yes. Wait, so our leads are trying to find the drug or a drug maybe that's causing this. What are the other leads? We can try to follow up with what's his face?
Oh, I don't. Did we ever get his name?
Oh
Maybe.
shit, did we ever get his name?
Nope. But you could go back to the restaurant. You know, it'd be easy enough to
That's
find
funny.
him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be dead because of Tyler. And he makes him want to make things difficult.
He's gonna have a pack of dogs with him.
Wow, the silence makes thinking a lot harder. That's crazy.
It's like a test taking kind of environment. Just silence in your thoughts. Yeah, that's weird. I've never seen Fredbot do that.
Fredbot.
It won't.
All right,
It won't start
let's
back
go
up.
back. All right, now we're actually gonna go back to UC Berkeley, dude, just to see what drugs they're taking.
I know. Give me some of that.
Have all the cool drugs.
We're gonna find Fiona Linway again.
She has her face ripped off though.
Oh, we could see if there are any like similar cases, I guess, like that just weren't reported because it was like homeless people or whatever.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah,
At this point too, I'll just have Dr. Cross give me an intelligence roll, because I may be able to give you guys something that will help.
Intelligence. I'm so smart.
Critical, dude. You are. You are. Because you have part of Dr. Herbert West's papers still on you, and you start to think back to how the dog head behaved before you shot it and destroyed it. It was like wildly trying to bite whoever was close by. It was like
it was the same drug. It was the reanimation drug.
It didn't have a body, so it's not like it could tear itself apart. It was just trying to bite the
the
hand that was feeding it. And you all of a sudden start to put together that this guy had the reanimation agent in his system.
That makes more sense.
Wait,
you're really not trying to railroad us. Okay.
But yeah, that's what you get with the critical.
All right, so we need. You know what we need to do? We need to get a
had
hold of that
shit
fucking body, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, let's go to the morgue.
We have to go to the morgue and try to. All right, I guess we have to bring our freaking FBI covered IDs out.
Which guy had the reanimation shit in his the dude that exploded?
The dude.
Yeah.
No, our guy.
Black Panther guy, yeah.
Yeah, but how do we know that?
Because I just rolled a critical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You start to realize
Okay.
his behavior was like animalistic almost.
Consistent.
Like
Yeah.
him tearing himself apart. You have like this vivid recollection of the dog head acting very similarly. Like it was wildly trying to act.
I thought this was like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, so he put that together. I thought this was like old information I somehow missed.
No. He just put this together.
Okay.
And you put it together specifically because in Dr. West's article in the Spiritualist magazine, there's a story about a body that they put together in an attempt to like put two different halves of two different bodies together to make a whole and use the agent to revive it. One half was a French soldier, one half was a German soldier. And upon coming to, the halves ripped themselves apart. And that verbiage sticks out to you of like tearing yourself apart madly after you've been injected with this thing. And it explains why even after like destroying his head, basically, the body was still moving on the ground even as the camera cut.
right. We never even saw him like die. Really.
No.
He's. So he might not even be at the morgue. If there's like, he never really died. Huh.
It's possible.
Where would he be then?
Well, shit. Probably would have just like
So
chucked him in
we gotta get
prison
a tissue
or
sample somehow.
a hospital.
Would he be in the hospital? But he literally tore his skull in half.
You
probably
know,
be in the morgue.
as an FBI agent, he is probably at the county coroner's.
Yeah, he's dead. That would have been crazy if he wasn't dead. All right, so how do you think we want to go get this body, dude?
Well, I think like the best. Yeah, if we have the badges, we could kind of just walk in, right?
True. I think would this still classify underneath my classification or security thing? My EPA thing?
Oh, your epidemic intelligence service.
Yeah.
You could flash that to try to get in. You know that
You guys want to do that? What?
I was just gonna say, legally speaking, it would be kind of a gray area because like
Mhm.
it doesn't really give you the right to like look at someone's body as part of like that's currently part of an ongoing investigation, but
Yeah.
it's a gray zone. So you could potentially argue it and you could potentially get what you want, which is saying a lot. There's not a lot of situations that could offer you that. So it's definitely a good chance.
You're with us, you're with 2 FBI agents, so I'm sure that would look good for you.
I mean, what else could we do other than chase the Bodhi?
Well, we could ask maybe more people on the street to see, like, is that like the only person? Has that happened to anybody else?
True. I mean, we
only
can look
guy?
at other news stories. Are there any news stories of this happening but just not caught on film, like crazy mysterious deaths?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a search roll? I'm just gonna see if you can look through the
no.
papers and find suspicious deaths.
Oh,
Oh,
we go again.
Okay. You remind me what you're looking for specifically again. You're looking for
Just like suspicious deaths in that align with things of what we just saw in terms of the drug, or things that the public says is like, oh, this is super fucking weird. Things that aren't normal about like deaths that seem closely related to things that could be considered the drug.
Okay. The weird thing is, you don't find anything close to that the strangeness of that death. You don't find any stories about tearing bodies apart or like any weird drugs or anything. Nothing related to that. The only thing you find, because you said you're looking for weird deaths, is it seems like a member of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, a patrolman named Saul Flynn, mysteriously was found with his body burnt to a crisp on Avalon Street which is 10 blocks away from you, where the Watts fire took place along Charcoal Alley. It's
What was his
it,
name? Officer what? Paul who?
Saul Flynn,
Saul.
Sergeant Saul Flynn. His body was badly burned, and the official report is that it was likely gang activity, likely a gang member doused him in gasoline, and he died from his injuries, something to that nature. But there's a testimony in that same news article that references the ghost of Avalon Street.
Ooh.
Says the ghost of Avalon is what did him in, according to one of the witnesses.
Oh, so this might
Goodness
be
gracious.
like repeated incidents.
Yeah, sounds like. Now, do you guys think this is a freaking railroad? Or because if it's not, we can definitely try to search and kind of dive into that.
I don't think it's a railroad because it kind of sounds like somebody had to give this to him, right? So it sounds like whoever did it might be causing other deaths, so might be responsible for other violence. So the other incidents could lead to the same person.
That's true. I guess we can spend like a couple hours trying to figure out what the Ghost of Avalon is and research that. Unless anybody has any like opposition and yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. Sway, any opposition to that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we try to figure out what the Ghost of Avalon is. Just as a maybe it's like something like somebody doing something, but it's been mistaken as a ghost. If there's a trend or something.
Okay. Are you guys just basically going to try to like canvas the area and see sort of what people's impressions are of it?
No, I mean, Ghost of Avalon seems like it's pretty established. There's like any news on it.
Oh, you're looking like for like proper sources for things.
Yeah, just like another
Oh,
victim claimed on Ghost of Avalon. Um,
I get you.
like things like that.
Yeah. So with your prior success, you find through just looking through like various newspapers, and like things on local legendary. The Ghost of Avalon Street is reported to be a person that appears outside apartment complexes that have burned down. He's also called the Burned Man in a lot of different sort of stories. Observers claim that he seems to be aware of them. He appears inside a burned building and makes a strange sign with his hands before vanishing, leaving any observers with a stinging headache.
Stinging headache, huh?
His description is pretty plain. Just appears to be an old man in a raggedy coat.
With a dog singing jazz tunes.
No dog, no jazz tunes.
Well, he wasn't burned. Like there was no burned. Well, I guess he might not have taken the drug like in that exact area. But yeah, his body wasn't like the first guy wasn't burned. Wait, so he leaves the victims with a stinging headache, and then their body is burned?
No, so this news story about Saul Flynn dying, that's the first time you've heard of wait, why is there an echo? Who's echoing here?
Huh?
Is it me?
Is that in roll 20? No. Huh. I was hearing an echo for a second. Saul Flynn is the first time, Sergeant Flynn is the first time you hear of the Avalon Street ghost killing someone. All of the previous encounters have been, oh, I saw this old man in this abandoned home that burned down, and he looks at me, he makes a strange sign, and I have a headache, and then he disappears. And
I don't think that's,
yeah.
Doesn't sound like it's anything that could do with our drug, I don't think.
Yeah, some people need to keep in mind, but
I think this is a railroad. I think we should look at the body.
all right, yeah, we can go down to the morgue and try to find that body.
We're gonna spend the next 3 sessions ghost hunting.
Yeah, actually, unless you guys want to go on a side quest. You guys want to be ghost hunters for a little bit?
Not really.
I was like, no! God damn it. Okay, we can go to the board.
Okay.
So what do you do? What do you think our cover story should be? So we just flash our FBI and Protective Service badge or whatever, and just say like this flagged our interest.
Yeah, like a few.
Do we have those still?
I think me and you. I don't think Chris has like. Well, he has like whatever agency he's a part of. But yeah, I think me and you who's there are the only ones with the FBI badges. But we could just say like, oh, like, one of our sources like intercepted this video of somebody having some kind of unnatural, alarming death in public, and we're just investigating it.
10-minute wording, Tyler.
Yep. I've been watching the clock, so we'll be ending shortly.
All right, well, yeah, let's go. We'll use the badges.
Okay. Which of the badges are you going with? Are you going FBI? Are you going EIS, like Dr. Cross's route?
I think FBI should go first.
I'm not. God, I can't remember which ones Crisanto has.
All right. So we will say you guys head up to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. It's in Boyle Heights. And are you going to walk in and just flash your badge at the lady behind the desk?
Yeah, go come in like assertive.
Yeah, she immediately turns and is like, whoa, sir. You have to check in with me first.
Yeah, I'll flash the bags. Like the badge is like, yeah, you can use this name. I'll show her the badges.
Okay. She writes down, Special Agent Xander Kade. Okay. What case are you here for?
Well, we got reports of a what was he, like a young guy? Or middle-aged?
He looked like a younger guy.
We have reports of a younger African-American male that had some traumatic, strange death in the streets. So we're just part of our investigation. We're just gonna look at the body.
Oh yes, the Glover fellow.
Yes.
Sure. Do you have your paperwork?
Do I have my paperwork?
No, that's not something you can fake. Unfortunately, you've hit a little bit of a roadblock here.
Well, I mean, well,
I didn't hear about it being an FBI investigation. It's a sheriff's department that's handling this.
yeah, well, we've taken a special interest, so, yes, if you could just show us the morgue.
I can't do that for you, honey. I'm sorry.
Ask where the sheriff's office is.
Well, perhaps we could speak to the sheriff then.
That can be arranged. She takes out this like stack of papers. You just have to submit a request form. The sheriff is a busy man. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure he'll meet with you at some point.
Well, yeah, I certainly understand.
BSing us.
I certainly understand that he's busy, but I'm busy as well, and I need to get this wrapped up. So why don't we just take a minute? I'll just meet with him real quick.
Oh well, do you have an official mandate? Do you have a warrant for this? I'm sorry, I can't just let anybody back into the morgue who comes in and is an officer interested in something. There's a process here, and I take my job very seriously.
What do you guys think?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask where the sheriff's office was so we could go talk to the guy.
Yeah, but she's deflecting me.
Well, take the request form. There must be an address on it.
Oh, like it might say like the office number.
Well, yeah. We'll take the request form, but instead of filling it out, we'll just go there.
Yeah, you do see the letterhead has like the LA sheriff's name, the address, like it has all like those kind of details, the phone number, everything.
All right. Masters, take it and just wait. Oh, this would be like a whole other building.
It would
It's
be.
not in the morgue.
Yeah.
You have to go to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, so
All right,
the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, so you know that is in the City of Industry, which is about a 30-minute drive from where you are currently. Honey, it'll be easier if you just leave the paperwork with me. He'll get back to you, I promise. He's just busy. This is a big city. It's a lot of people. A lot of folks that, want to get in contact with their loved ones or want to hear about the status of a body or a case.
We'll pass it to the higher ups. We'll get a bypass, and then we'll do it that way because we're not sitting around. I'm not waiting 3 weeks for this.
And that is your right, sir. And it is my right to refuse you.
All right. Well,
I wasn't talking to the lady. I was talking to the group.
Yeah, but she responds to what you said.
Oh, I wasn't saying that in character. I was saying that
Oh,
as
okay.
players.
Okay. Then she doesn't say that. But she gives you that kind of energy. She's a little defensive.
Well, what's her name tag say?
Her name tag says Eloise.
All right. Well, thanks, Eloise. We'll get in contact with. We have people that will. Sure, you're great at your job, but we have some people that will kind of expedite the process here. So thanks.
Sure thing. I look forward to seeing you. And you all walk out. And I'm just going to have you all picture for a moment in your mind a 1960s style alarm clock. But it has the 12 numbers around it. But all of a sudden, we cut from this scene to just this alarm clock on a table. And we just see a black gloved hand move the dial to 1 o'clock. This operation has a clock to it. And the time, visiting the coroner's office has set the time to 1 o'clock. Who knows what'll happen once it reaches 12, but there has been an escalation. And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight.
Wait, what just happened?